Hello, Dr. G here with naturalfoodsdiet.org. Today I'm going to show you one of my quick ways to get nutrition into my family without them knowing what the heck I'm doing. Okay, so how do I do that? I will show you today. Now today we're going to make lentil soup. This is a powerhouse of nutrition. So watch closely how this is done. All right, I'll just kind of go over the ingredients list so you'll be familiar with what I'm doing. But lentils, we have red lentils, a nice orange color, gives us some beta carotene. And then we want some vegetables. They can be any kind of vegetables. This is some green vegetables I just picked out of the garden. I think it's some kind of Chinese cabbage. I always forget what the heck this is. It grows like weeds. Hopefully it's not weeds, but I think it's an edible food. And then we use onions. We cut up the onions already. This gives us sulfur compounds, also gives it a great taste. We're also going to use extra virgin olive oil, and that's what we're going to saute the vegetables in. And then we add spices. We're going to add some garlic. We're going to add some thyme. We're going to add some turmeric. So whatever spices that you like, you want to add them. Now, let's talk about the nutritional powerhouseness of lentils. Well, lentils are high in protein, high in B vitamins, high in vitamin C. Other minerals are contained in lentils. So lentils have fiber. So lentils have everything that you need. Now, we're going to make this even more nutritious by adding the vegetables, which have additional vitamins and additional minerals. Now, it's hard to get the minerals out of a raw vegetable. That's why we want to cook the vegetable. Now, the other way we're going to increase the nutritional value of this soup is we're going to start off with bone broth. So be sure and look at my bone broth video where I show you how to do that. Okay, so this is really simple. We're going to turn on the heat on our stove. Whoa, and try not to blow up the place. Turn on the heat. We don't want too much heat because we don't want to burn our olive oil. We know that olive oil is heat sensitive. So we want to avoid making it too hot. And we take our olive oil, we'll heat it here for a second. And then we're going to add the vegetables. What we're going to do is saute the vegetables with light heat for about 30 minutes. And this 30 minutes gets those vegetables really well cooked before you add in the lentils. Now, for preparation of the lentils, remember, legumes, which is the class that lentils are in, need to be soaked. We need to remove the anti-nutrients. So what I did with our red lentils is last night before I went to bed, I put the lentils in a bowl, covered them with water, then I added 4 tablespoons of homemade whey. Now, to substitute, if you don't have whey, be sure and check out our whey video. But if you don't have whey, you can add, what you'd like is a little acidity to the water. So you could add vinegar, you could add lemon juice to substitute for the whey, or you could add some yogurt is another option. Okay, so hopefully this is a little warm now, and I'm going to add the vegetables into the pan. And remember, these will be sauteing for about 30 minutes. So we turn down the heat, and I dropped a couple on the floor, but went maybe past the 5-second rule, but and I'll cover that, and we will wait 30 minutes. So we want to drain off the liquid from our lentils. Remember, these soaked overnight. I'd soak them, for at least 8 hours. I usually soak them overnight. And this makes them The soaking them makes them cook faster as well because they've already absorbed the water. I want to just scrape off these nice little orange or red lentils. So we're going to add the lentils to our heating or hot bone broth that we have heated up already. Now, the other thing we want to do is take our vegetables that have been sauteing. So we got nice cooked vegetables. We're able to get the minerals out of the vegetables a little better when they're cooked versus raw. And then we just add these, oil and all, olive oil and all, to our mix. And what we'll do now is cook the lentils and the vegetables for another half hour. Now, after the beans have been cooking for about 30 minutes with the vegetables and the olive oil, then as the next step, we want to add our herbs. So here we have some turmeric, garlic, salt, and thyme, and some other herbs. And we're going to add that to the mixture. Now, one of the things I didn't mention is while this was cooking, be sure and skim off. There'll be a white foam that collects at the top of the water or the top of the soup while it's cooking, and you want to be sure and skim that off and throw it away, because that contains the impurities that we do not want to eat. We want to get as many toxins out of our food as possible, and that's one of the ways, is to skim off the foam that comes to the top of the water. So for a few minutes we'll let those spices simmer in here with the beans and other ingredients. All right, so we've cooked the lentils, we added the spices, and then we had the soup, which is here. Then we take the lentil beans, and what we do is we put it in a blender, we blend it, so this disguises that there's vegetables in there, so when the kids eat the soup, they won't realize they're eating vegetables. Although this looks a little green, that might tip them off because we use those green vegetables. But if you use other color vegetables, it wouldn't be so green. So when we serve this, now this is hot because we just cooked it, and we put our serving like this. All right, now the only problem with the lentil soup, this is highly nutritious. It has the nutrition from the lentils, has the nutrition from the vegetables, it has the nutrition from the olive oil, and then it has the nutrition from the bone broth. So it's loaded with minerals, loaded with vitamins. Now the only downside is everything's cooked, so it's not a living food. So we have no active enzymes contained in this. But this is medium warm to hot. And what I do then is add some raw dairy. Now you could add raw kefir, you could add raw milk, raw cow's milk, raw goat's milk, you could add yogurt. And we add that at the very end. And this is the European style. You add the cream, the raw cream, at the very end to make your cream soup. And that way, guess what? You also get the living enzymes and the probiotics. So it's really a complete nutritional powerhouse. This is Dr. G. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure and try some lentil soup soon.